Und wir sind wieder zurück beim Talk mit Arelu. Madame Worlesch.
Touching you has left the sword irreversibly changed. Now it is your banner, not Iomede's. Although perhaps it will still stop the demons from teleporting to the city as before.
Wherever you go, things change. Someone who lived dies, someone who died is saved. Objects that were one thing become another. Why?
Without realizing it, this mad girl just asked a very important question. But for now, I shall let you seek the answer yourself.
Ihr habt mir schon zweimal geholfen. In Kennebre, als wir in die Höhlen gefallen sind. Und hier, indem ihr mir den Weg zum Schwert der Tugend gewiesen habt. Warum sollte ein Halbdämon noch dazu Deskaris Günstling das tun?
I'm creating something. Building. Studying how the land lies. Laying the foundation. I am called the architect for a reason. I'm not asking you to trust me. That would be unforgivably stupid. But I suggest, just suggest, that you search, analyze, think. What happened in old Sarkoris? What is the world wound? What is happening to you? Search for your answers. And for now, farewell.
Yet another obstacle.
Alle Verbündeten erhalten einen Bonus in Höhe des Legendars. Okay.
Endure this! Your performance is lacking. You are lacking.
I'm done with you.
Oh, ich kann das Spiel nicht speichern. Jetzt kann ich speichern.
They will break against our resolve.
Make every strike count.
You have to do this.
Habe ich dir nicht eben gesagt, du sollst wieder deinen Stein benutzen? Wir nehmen alles mit.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Ach ja.
Mercy for the wicked.
Amusing me.
Also unbesiegbar sind wir nicht. Schade.
There's something here.
Da geht's hoch.
I'm gone.
Ah, neuer Legendenrang, genau. Wieso nimmt er fleischgewordene Brutalität? Ist Bogen ein natürlicher Angriff?
You can trust me. Save the last one for me. The spirits demand your blood. You should have run.
Okay. Hat alle getroffen, war aber bei weitem nicht so effektiv, wie ich mir es gedacht habe.
Just sit here. Don't worry about me.
Irgendwie machen die mich kaputt.
I've survived worse.
This will hurt.
Chaotisch böse. Und mit einem Rechtsklick greife ich nochmal mit dem normalen an.
This pain is... So this is how it feels.
Assist me at once.
Ja, nee, wenn ich dann... Ich gehe schon wieder drauf. Das hat sich erledigt. Das hat sich erledigt! Ich kann doch nicht unterm Level sein. Habe ich echt die falschen Kombinationen? Oder vergesse ich irgendwas zu benutzen? Mit Sicherheit vergesse ich was zu benutzen, aber trotzdem. Kann doch nicht sein, dass die mich so fett wegbumsen.
I'm gone.
Was? Vom Turmaufstieg zum Turm. Hä?
I won't.
Koloxus. Ist der Bruder von Kolossus?
This pain is excruciating.
This is not my time yet. This was unexpected.
I'm sorry I have to do this.
You brought the wrong mongrel.
Das ging echt daneben. Ich glaube, ich muss mir die Mädels mal richtig angucken. Sobald ich es kann, werde ich die mal alle neu skillen, inklusive mein Main-Char. Hoffentlich kann man das auch mit den Legenden machen.
We do it my way.
Allerdings vermute ich mal ganz stark, dass mir dafür das Geld fehlen wird, um alle einen Reskin zu verpassen. Ach, Beulenpest.
Together we stand.
Rules are made to be broken.
Follow if you
I
dare.
will fight.
Go! Out of my sight!
I'll cut you wide open.
Beute mitnehmen. Dann einmal einen Hard Save. Dann ein bisschen Schlafi machen. So, wie ist es hier? Oberbefehl der Zitadelle.
We should move.
Can't hide from me.
I'm off.
Rely on me.
It's time to act.
Na, ich glaube, das ist zu groß.
They will break against our resolve.
Okay, den brauche ich aber irgendwie nicht. Wo ist denn der Paladin? Da. Zwei. Kannst du noch ein... Kannst das nicht, aber du... Ah. Wir haben es geschafft. Ich fasse es nicht.
The spirits guide me. I am helpful, am I not?
Aber Dresden ist wirklich so ein nur noch eine Runde Ding. Irgendwie. Ich mache nur noch das, ich mache nur noch das und es geht weiter und es geht noch weiter und es ist immer noch nicht fertig.
I'm gone.
Okay, das war's. Das war nur Bonus-Loot. Das heißt, wir schlafen wieder eine Runde. Weil ich jetzt meine ein paar Zauber verballert habe.
I am never wrong.
Au.
But why did your dear papa conceal you from society for so long, Lady Camellia? It's an outrage.
Isn't it obvious, Count? He was protecting me from the likes of you. My father has always been wary of little boys who climb into other people's gardens.
Hat er nicht ganz unrecht. So, ist das jetzt vielleicht endlich
We do it
Minago
my way.
oder Staunton
Yet another obstacle.
oder ein
Won't
Minotaurus?
survive me. This is glorious.
Don't hold back.
Sag mal, haben die deren da weggefokust oder was? Das ist jetzt eine Tür. Waren das die ganze Zeit schon Türen? Oh, bitte lass mich jetzt nicht die ganze Zeit schon Türen verpasst haben.
Missed me already.
Das wäre mega peinlich.
We'll make things right.
Smile, the world's not ending just yet.
Turi. Magritium Turinos.
Oh!
Turi. Magritium Turinos.
Ich wusste gar nicht, dass seine Heilung hier jetzt Fernangriffe sind.
Do not fear. Do not waver. The light take you.
I
Save
will
the
see
last
to
one
your
for me.
demise. Did you see that?
Dieser Raum ist etwas sauberer als der Rest der Festung. Vermutlich ist er die Schlafkammer des Marschalls. Ich habe so die Vermutung, dass das dann mein Schlafraum werden wird. Da sind sie.
Let's run, sweetie. Let's go. Why are you so slow? They're almost here.
I'm not going anywhere.
Die Stimme des Zwergs verstirbt. Sie klingt wie rostiges Metall.
Don't you feel it? She's got that damn rag with her. I can't teleport. She's going to kill us.
If she kills us, then so be it. But this is my city, and I will fight for it to the end. And you, my love, you will be with me to the end.
Hello, Minago. Greetings, Mr. Misery Guts. It's us again.
Schluss mit diesem Irrsinn, Staunton. Es ist noch nicht zu spät, um wieder auf die Seite des Guten zu kommen.
The side of good? You mean Queen Galfrey's side? I've lost almost everything, but not my self-respect. If tyrants like her are good, then I surely belong in the abyss.
Forget about the Queen. She's not here. We're here. The Crusaders, your friends. Do you remember fighting side by side in the ruins of Canabras? Come back to us!
I have no friends. The Canabras Crusaders treated me like carrion. You personally did nothing to me. That's just because we barely know each other.
Sag mir, Staunton, warum kämpft er auf der Seite der Dämonen?
You have the audacity to ask me that? I fight on this side because the other side didn't give me a chance. Yes, I made a terrible mistake, and Dresden fell to the demons. The Queen should have had me hanged. I deserved it. But she found a far worse punishment for me. False mercy. When she spared me that day, she said she wanted to give me a chance to make amends. And I believed her. For 70 years, I've crawled on my knees, shedding my blood for men to have only been spat in the face for it. For 70 years, I watched generations of Crusaders grow old and die, never once changing their tune about Staunton the traitor. What else could I give for my mistake? What more punishment could I suffer? How could I ever deserve forgiveness? And one day, I realized there's nothing I can do. The Queen had doomed me to a lifetime of humiliation. And when I grew desperate, I only had two choices. To become my own executioner and carry out the sentence she rescinded that day, or go over to the other side. Put yourself in my place. Imagine yourself in that position. What would you choose?
I don't know. I haven't had a particularly nice time either in the River City. First there was the fire, then there were lots of other things. But I'm not angry at the people. I know they didn't do it out of malice.
I am thoroughly sick of all this nonsense about good people. Does your charred little brain have any inkling of what's occurring around you? Allow me to enlighten you. The good person standing before you is personally responsible for the excruciating deaths of dozens of soldiers. The same soldiers for whom you claim to care so dearly. And you are still dim-witted enough to call him good?
Girl, I should have followed your example dozens of years ago and found shelter in blissful madness. Maybe a feeble-minded beggar with no name and no memory would have been happier than the condemned traitor Staunton Vane. But now it's too late for that, too.
Minago, was ist das in eurem Gesicht?
That's not your concern, mortal.
The Masters punished her cruelly for her failure in Canabras. As you can see, the leaders of the demons are as patient with their slaves as the Crusaders are with their commanders.
Sweetie, why are you telling her this? What does it matter? What...
Quiet.
Stauntons Stimme ist emotionslos und klingt ein wenig erschöpft. Obwohl sein letztes Wort kaum zu vernehmen war, verstummt die Dämonin augenblicklich. Wird es nicht langsam langweilig, von mir zu fliehen, Minago?
You have no idea how tired I am of you, mortal. Never mind. Today, we will finally be done with you. Right, Staunton? Right, sweetie?
Das Lachen der Dämonen ist schrill und unnatürlich.
You know, I once heard a peasant trying to convince his sick sheep to overcome her constipation and share her impacted torrent of crap with the rest of the world. The sheep was obviously very dear to the peasant, and he cooed and called her lambkin and darling as he described the process in graphic detail, apparently to inspire the beast. Well, listening to that wasn't half as stomach-churning as listening to your filthy demon mouth spewing honeys and sweeties all over the place. Ugh.
Ihr habt ja eine hübsche Ansammlung von Feiglingen und Verrätern. Sogar Nura ist gekommen.
You think I'd miss the chance to see Staunton wipe that grin off your smug face? For years, you self-appointed champions of good have treated us like dirt beneath your feet. If the demons will help us get our revenge, then we're with the demons.
Right. No point in wasting time talking. To arms!
Staunton, darling.
Stop whining! Didn't you swear your eternal love to me? Promised we'd rule Dresden together? Now shut your lying mouth and fight! Whatever end fate has in store for me, you will share it!
I'm sure they mean us no harm.
Endure
right?
this!
Das hätte ich vorher machen sollen. Ja, da heilt er sich einfach mal um 150 Trefferpunkte hoch, ist klar. Natürlich. Okay, das hat funktioniert. Kriegt Staunton den nächsten. Ich glaube, ich mache die ganzen Dinger da oben hin.
So this is how it feels.
Das dürfte Staunton gewesen sein.
You stubborn ass! You want to die for a heap of rocks? Go ahead. I'm not staying here.
No, my dear. You are. You will either fight to the bitter end, or I'll break your delicate little neck myself. With these very hands.
Are you threatening me, my mortal toy? Me? And with what? With the power I gave you. You ungrateful beast! Give me back what's mine. Take him, he's yours. And Dresden too. I don't care about this fortress or this half-wit. Oh, I grow so tired of you mortals. Your humdrum little passions. Your constant squabbling. Your incessant accusations and excuses. You treat each other like dirt. Push weaklings like these two into our arms. And then you have the audacity to accuse us. Punish your traitors. Seen this show countless times.
Das passiert, wenn man den Versprechen eines Dämons Glauben schenkt.
Amazing, isn't it? Everyone knows all about us, and yet they still trust us. Silly, silly mortals. Take your filthy rag! Take your befouled ruins! You can make soup out of this moron for all I care. I've had enough war. We Lily two were created for tenderness and love. Stay away from me with your swords and shields.
Springen kann sie.
This is to be my fate. I've been betrayed by people and demons alike. Now my life really is worth nothing. But that doesn't mean you won't pay for it dearly. Come on, you scumbag! Kill me if you can! I don't care anymore!
Schluss mit dem Irrsinn. Legt eure Waffe weg, Staunton. Kommt zu uns zurück. Ihr wurdet ungerecht behandelt, aber wir können immer noch alles ins Lot bringen.
You really do believe that, don't you? You really think that you can still change something? Somehow bring a cursed soul back to the light? I wish I could believe like you do, hope like you, but I know too well, there is no hope. I've been dead for a long time. As a matter of fact, the torment of the last few years, I might as well have spent them in the abyss. The only thing you can do for me is finish me off. Let's get this over with. To arms.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Precision and grace.
Make every strike count. You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
The inheritor,
won't survive
guide
me.
my blade.
Nura ist auch noch da. Hat nicht irgendeiner von uns Blindsicht oder sowas? Haben wir da nicht irgendwas? Ah, legendäres Zauberbuch. Was? Hätte ich nicht... Hätte ich nicht das Zauberbuch haben sollen? Oder habe ich das nur, wenn ich ein Zauberer bin? Nura steht schwer atmend auf und wischt sich die blutigen Hände an ihren Kleidern ab. Und, worauf wartet ihr noch? Na los, gebt mir den Rest, tötet mich, wie ihr Staunton getötet habt. Und freut euch, dass ihr die Schurken besiegt habt. Aber fragt euch besser nie, wessen Schuld es war, dass er und ich auf der Seite der Dämonen standen. Die Gedanken könnten euch den Appetit verderben. Es ist noch nicht zu spät, auf unsere Seite zurückzukehren. Helft mir, die Dämonen zu vernichten. Erspart mir die Predigt. Wenn ihr mich töten wollt, dann tötet mich. Aber versucht nicht, mich zu bekehren. Warum habt ihr mich verraten? Ich will die Wahrheit wissen. Ihr wollt die Wahrheit wissen? Ihr Gesicht verzieht sich vor Schmerz. Hier ist die Wahrheit. Ich hasse euch alle. Wäre ich an dem Tag dabei gewesen, als Arelo Worlich eine Kluft in den Abyss geöffnet hat, ich hätte ihr mit Freuden die Zutaten für das Ritual gereicht. Ich habe das mit Pheromonen getränkte Tuch in eure Tasche gesteckt. Ich wollte, dass diese Höllenkäfer euer selbstzufriedenes Gesicht abfressen. Ich habe in jeder Nacht die Zelte in Brand gesteckt und ich habe den Gargülen gesagt, wen sie angreifen sollen. An jedem Tag in eurer Armee habe ich mein Möglichstes getan, um euch zu schaden. Oh, was würde ich euch nicht gerne alles antun, und es wäre doch nur der 1000. Teil dessen, was ihr verdient habt. Sie verbirgt ihr Gesicht in den Händen. Ich wurde mit 8 Jahren versteigert, wie ein Stück Vieh. Mit einem Stock brachten sie mir Gehorsam bei. Wie einem Stück Vieh. Haben die Paladine von Mendev mir geholfen? Natürlich nicht. Selbst als wir durch eine mendevische Stadt zogen, hat keiner dieser Kämpfer für das Gute einen Finger gerührt, um mich zu befreien. Schließlich sind Sklavenhändler keine Dämonen. Nura blickt auf und starrt dich an, die Augen von Tränen gerötet. Als ich das erste Mal zur Wunde kam, suchte ich keine Abenteuer. Mein Besitzer zog mich an einer Leine hinter sich her. Denkt ihr, die Dämonen hätten mich bestochen? Ich habe ihnen mit Wonne verraten, ohne jeden Zweifel und ohne eine Gegenleistung zu erwarten. Ich habe einen Schlaftrank in den Suppentopf gegossen, das Tor geöffnet und gewartet, bis die Dämonen kamen und sie alle in Stücke rissen. Und mich mit ihnen. Es war mir egal. Aber die Dämonen sahen mein wahres Ich. Sie machten mich zur Kultistin. Sie boten mir eine Chance, Rache zu nehmen. Ja, Sklaverei ist zweifellos böse. Den Pöbel mit Peitschen und Schiefeln zu unterdrücken? Wie vulgär. Warum bringen diese sogenannten Herrscher ihr Volk nicht dazu, ihnen freiwillig zu dienen? Mit einem Lächeln, mit Liedern und grenzenloser Liebe. So wird das in Mendev schließlich auch gemacht. Würde euer Gesicht unsere Münzen ziehen, werter Graf, würde das gemeine Volk noch verzweifelter versuchen, sie in seine Hände zu bekommen. Oh nein, bloß nicht. Die ganze Herrscherei ist schrecklich ermüdend. Ich werde auch ohne die Bürde einer Krone ausreichend verehrt. Möge meine liebe Base das sperrige Ding noch lange tragen. Ich werde euch nicht hier töten. Ihr kommt hinter Gitter. Und ich überlege, was ich mit euch anstelle. Warum? Ketten können eine verstümmelte Seele nicht reparieren. Die Krähe auf Embers Schulter mustert Nura mit strenger Miene. Im Gegensatz zu ihrer Besitzerin scheint sie deine Entscheidung zu befürworten. Macht, was ihr wollt. Ihr könnt den Dämonen nicht entkommen. Euer Kopf auf Baphomets Altar wird auf Baphomets Altar liegen. Früher oder später. Was ist das jetzt? Sind wir jetzt vielleicht fertig? Wir sind langsam.
Follow if you dare.
Sehr langsam. Ich sollte vielleicht im Arbeitszimmer ein Feuer machen. Oh mein Gott.
Magpie baked a bad pie, dropped it flat, made the sky cry. Dropped the second, made the rivers dry. Dropped the third, now we all die.
The heartbeat quickens.
Ich habe nicht gespeichert. Was zum Geier? Die Wieso steht da ein Mastodon in meinem Arbeitszimmer? Wer auch immer da gerade mit 83 kritisch getroffen hat, du bist mein Held. Len. Nee, Amelia. Ich hab mit 83 gekrittet.
Trust in yourself.
Ei. Wie kommt das da hin? Ich meine, manchmal sind die Spawns echt strange.
Ammo.
Und nu?
The commander of the crusade has managed to overthrow 70 years of demonic rule in Dresden and restored the Sword of Valor to its rightful place. Will the commander be able to defend the banner she has won with such a valiant effort?
Was? 101 Stunde verstrichen? Darf ich mich jetzt bewegen oder kommen wir jetzt wieder 3 Stunden reden? Ich würde gern speichern, wa?
Urgent matters of state are awaiting my attention. My convoy will be departing for the capital within the hour. I'm afraid this is all the time I can spare you. So do please forgive me for skipping the lengthy and well-deserved congratulations. Dresden was taken quickly, even more quickly than I'd anticipated. Morale is high among the Crusade forces that were entrusted to you. You handled the command superbly. I never doubted your personal ability to deal with the demons. I knew that you could become a living symbol for people to follow. That you have now displayed a decent head for tactics is a pleasant surprise. I believed in your success and prepared for this outcome after a fashion. I brought a reward to personally bestow upon my Knight Commander. But now, I think this reward is insufficient. So please, accept one more gift from me personally.
Ein Ring? Sind wir jetzt vermählt?
I thought I heard you make a rather gauche joke just now. I must have misheard, I'm sure.
Na verdammt.
Now on to the main matter. The Sword of Valor has been returned to us. Touching it has awoken your power and changed the great relic beyond recognition. Many clerics are at a loss to interpret this unexpected turn. Is it an omen? Happenstance? A warning? Only one thing can be said for certain. Your power is astonishing and unlike anything ever seen before. Something has changed in you. The warriors of heaven used to come to aid us in our holy war, and even the hand of the inheritor, Iomede's herald, once set foot on the land of Mendev. I accepted a blessing from him. I fought shoulder to shoulder with other angels. But this is the first time I've ever seen the might of heaven in a mortal. I am in awe of your transformation. There, I have said all I wish to. Is there anything you wish to discuss with me before I depart?
Da ist etwas, das ihr wissen solltet. Arelo Worlich war in Dresden. Sie hat mir allerdings nicht verraten, warum.
The architect of the world wound? Here? And she allowed you to simply dispose of Stanch and Vane and claim the Sword of Valor? This is a very worrying development. Aurelia was more dangerous than a dozen Balors, and more cunning and deceitful than a score of succubi. In the 100 years of the Crusades, Our forces have very rarely encountered her, but when we did, it always led to something terrifying. I think she has taken an interest in you and your power. It was to be expected, of course, and it worries me more than anything else. Sooner or later, we shall have to take a stand against Aurilu and deal with her once and for all. But I thought we would have time to prepare. Be careful. And if the architect reappears, treat her as you would a demon lord.
Wisst ihr etwas über den riesigen Dämon, auf den wir an den Toren trafen? Er ist deutlich stärker als der Rest.
The Baylor Dorazand, one of Daskari's generals. He, Hep Zamira, and the Echo of Daskari are some of the most notable demons in the Abyssal Forces. You will soon learn these names. Dorazand has not been sighted by our scouts for a long time, and his appearance at Dresden was an unexpected development. But we must grow accustomed to surprises such as this. The ability to move at will through space is one of the demon's most unpleasant hallmarks. Fortunately, the Sword of Valor takes care of that problem for the areas around Dresden.
Ich weiß alles, was ich wissen muss.
Very well. Then I shall take my leave. Irabeth will bring you up to speed on the situation in the city and surrounds, and together, you can decide on what next steps to take. Good luck, Commander. Remember, this is but the first step. The road ahead will be long and difficult.
Allow me also to congratulate you on your victory, Commander. We won the battle for Dresden, but this war is far from over. The demons know our true strength, so we must brace ourselves for a merciless counterattack. They will do everything they can to gain control of the city and destroy you personally, and all of us along with you. The only good news is that cultists make up more than half of their forces, so they will have to march the same roads as our fighters. If they were all demons, they could appear here instantaneously and lay siege to the city. Praise Iomade for small mercies. The main demon forces are moving out from the City of Eyes and the Threshold Fortress. Scouts are reporting that for now, we don't stand a chance of tearing through the defense and launching a counterattack. We can only gather our forces, rebuff their attacks, and wait for the right moment. Unfortunately, other hostile groups keep appearing out of nowhere. And on top of all that, Minago is still prowling around somewhere out there. Anevia is trying to find out where that Abyss scum has run off to. Maybe she's already got some leads. Luckily, we are not alone. Mendev is with us. Queen Galfrey has sent us the first reinforcements. They've just entered the city. Besides, news of your victory is spreading through Avestan. I'm sure that crowds of new volunteers will soon be pouring into Dresden, inspired by your feat.
Hoffentlich, ich brauche Kanonenfutter.
And that's very good news, because we're going to need troops. Here is a brief report about the main problems we're currently facing.
Irabeth gibt ihr ein Blatt Papier mit einer aus 4 Punkten bestehenden Liste. Dämonen mit besonderen Kräften, geheimer Weg, vermisste Patrouille und Drache. Ein Drache? Was war ein Drache?
As if we didn't have enough problems with demons already. Now there's a wild dragon in the vicinity. Luckily, it's not part of the demon army. If the demons had a dragon on their side, it could pose a serious threat. But there's very little food in the world wound, and the dragon doesn't seem to have a taste for demons and cultists. She keeps attacking small squads of crusaders, picking off those who fall behind, ravaging supply trains.
Na klar.
The dragon's been sighted frequently in the sky, but we don't know exactly where her lair is. We have someone to help with this, though. Do you remember the dwarf who bravely attacked the Baylor in front of the citadel during the siege? He is back in the city, and he doesn't mind hunting this dragon, apparently. Go talk to him in the tavern. We might be able to help each other.
Ein geheimer Weg? Was meint ihr damit?
We can usually spot armies of demons in advance, as their hordes march along the Grey Road from Eyes or Threshold. But sometimes packs of them appear out of nowhere. They're managing to avoid our scouts somehow and sneaking into our territory. If we don't solve this problem, we cannot attack. The demons will just appear at our backs, block off the gorges and cut us off from Dresden. Anevia is trying to find out how the demons are getting into our territory, but she hasn't succeeded yet. Talk to her. She will tell you more about what she's doing.
Dämonen mit besonderen Fähigkeiten.
Remember that Nabasu that attacked our camp? He had powers that no ordinary demon should have. It is not the only demon of its kind. We keep receiving reports about similar monsters. All isolated cases for now. But it's possible that in the future, we will see entire squads, if not armies of them.
Hoffentlich nicht.
We must find out where they're coming from. Find the source of their power and destroy it. If we don't, they will crush us before long. Even you can't defeat an entire army of such monsters.
Es wird eine Patrouille vermisst?
Yes, it disappeared without a trace during a mission. We didn't even find any bodies. Maybe someone abducted them, or there's some natural threat in the area. And we can't rule out the possibility of desertion, either. The troop was patrolling the southern road out of the city. The last surviving settlements of Sikoris lie in that direction. But after the siege of Dresden, contact with them was lost. Hardly any of the inhabitants survived once the demons invaded the area. That's where I started the search.
Wäre das alles?
There are a few pleasant matters. At the Queen's command, the Crusaders who took part in the attack have had their pay doubled, and medals will be awarded to those who were particularly outstanding in battle. You know one of them. The Knight Elan from the Houndhearts. He led a troop of Nerosian recruits and brought them to the main forces, and later drew the demons' attention in the battle with the Baylor, allowing the wounded to be rescued. There is one more thing. As you know, there is a vast dungeon under Dresden. It's almost empty now. The only prisoner is Nura Denduar. We've temporarily placed the body of Staunton Vane in the dungeon. You slew him. What are your orders regarding his body? Anevia thinks we should burn him quietly and forget about it. Some want to see his corpse displayed in the square, but I don't think we should behave like demons and barbarians. He may have been our enemy, but he deserved to be buried as a knight. However, the decision is yours, of course.
Bestattet Staunton wie ein Ritter.
Right you are, Commander. Commander. That day during the battle, No. My apologies. That is all, Commander. Thank you for your time.
Irabeth salutiert und wendet sich dann rasch zum Gehen. Mit Irabeth reden. Aber jetzt haben wir offensichtlich so ein bisschen unsere Stadt. Wir werden sie erkunden, wenn wir das nächste Mal wieder für euch da sind. Jetzt wird erstmal gespeichert. Euch noch einen wunderguten und bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüsse.